the prevalence, nay, the nuclear explosion of the popularity of edible cookie dough is directly downstream from millennials not being allowed to eat Play-Doh as children.
A lot of things in my life are plotted on a work versus joy matrix. By which I mean, does the amount of joy this thing provides equal or outweigh the amount of work that it takes to maintain it? For example, I have a big Monstera plant that I rescued and brought back from the dead, and now it's so big and healthy that it needs to be repotted from its already huge pot into an even bigger pot that will be expensive, and I also need to do some trimming and maintenance and put up a scaffolding or something so that it will start climbing upward instead of outward. And I realized this morning that Monstera has hit the point where the work outweighs the joy, because it's just a huge project. It's going to cost a bunch of money, and I decided I'm just going to sell it. As opposed to stuff for my children, and they bring me so much joy that almost no amount of work is too much because of the amount of joy that my child provides me. And so I guess it just helps me decide what's worth investing time into and not investing time into. Also, friendly reminder, not friendly reminder. This is an aggressive reminder. The things you own you, okay? If you have a cool new toy, you'll feel like you need to play with it. If you have a piece of technology, then you will need to maybe maintain it or use it. If you have a plant, if you have a pet, all of those things own parts of you. So be mindful in what you acquire. Your freaking house. A bigger house means, unless you can afford to have a cleaner and people who maids or whatever, a bigger house means more work. Oh my gosh, this is not recording, is it? I might be plugging in my Bluetooth. Oh well. A bigger house means more work, more cleaning, more space that you have to fill with furniture, more spaces that will fill up with junk. My house is, I think with the air conditioning I put into the one room, it's over 2,000 square feet now, and I hate having a huge house. I want a house half that size. So the things you own you. And if the things you own are larger or more complex or just more numerous, they own more of you. Don't give yourself away to possessions. Another way to ask this question, at least for inanimate objects, is, does this own me more than I own it? Does this take up more mental bandwidth than joy that it brings? All right, you want to see the Monstera? Here is a big ass Monstera. And I'm pretty proud. I brought this thing back from the dead. It was dead. And now it is just a monstrosity. It gets blasted with sunlight every day. I give it a gallon of water every day. And now you can see it's too big for the pot. It's growing crazy. It needs to be tamed. And at that point, it is an expensive project and it's not a plant anymore. And I just don't care about it. So I told my wife this morning, I want to sell this. And she was like, I don't want to sell it, but I'm not going to take care of it anymore. And she won't. So we're going to end up selling it. This is what I'm doing today. I installed a little rubber mulch area for this place that I need to finish putting together. And it gets messy. So in the continual efforts to clean up our yard, I'm installing a brick barrier, and I'm gonna do the other part. I had to go get more stuff. So our yard right now is straight white trash, and it feels like It is a suffocating thing on my mind at all times that this is an awful yard, and I'm just trying to dismantle Mount Everest one wheelbarrow load at a time is how it feels. And I'm also saving all my freelance money to get some landscaping done, so we'll see. You have no idea how much I loathe, abhor, detest, despise, and hate this thing that is so ugly. Another thing about the dog, like, the dog poops like 4 times a day. I don't know how much, but there's just poop everywhere, and it is just the purest example of entropy. And like, God forbid you want your yard to be nice and you've got a dog that just poops everywhere. And it, good Lord, I just hate it. I'm in a bad place, y'all. I've not talked to anyone other than my wife and my dentist for a dentist appointment in 6 days. I've not left the house other than to go to the dentist and to run to Home Depot. I'm in a bad spot. So this is an excessively negative video. Good thing nobody will watch it.